Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight. Friday, the 27th of August. August is almost finished, viewer, just a couple days again. So remember, like I always tell you every night, remember to share our live stream. We're on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We're on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. So viewers, it's Fire Friday tonight. It's another lockdown in Trinidad and Tobago, SOE, from 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. Thank God we have the weekends, you know, no 10 to 5 curfew again on the weekends. Thank God for that. But nevertheless, 238-6716, feel free to call in tonight, viewers, as we start our program tonight. A second child has been confirmed as having a very mild adverse reaction to the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. But the doctor who treated him is assuring that the vaccine is the right choice. This is the doctor's words. Cardiologist Dr. Ronald Henry, who diagnosed and treated the child, stated that the child complained of persistent chest pain following the jab. He stated that the child was now doing well and isn't expected to have any long-term effect of the condition. However, Dr. Henry assured that it is an extremely rare occurrence and if it does present itself, it is usually not serious. Given the current risk of contracting COVID-19 and the threat of the Delta variant, Henry said withholding the vaccine from children actually placed them at a higher chance of developing the condition. The first case of the adverse reaction to the Pfizer vaccine was a 17-year-old who experienced a rare reaction. So viewers, it's your choice. At the end of the day, it is your choice to take the vaccine or not. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. It is up to you at the end of the day. Yes, some will have allergic reaction while others will just be normal. I took the AstraZeneca. I was down for 2 days, but after that, I'm up and pumping. So I have to say thank God for that. 238-6716, it's Fire Friday, right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Synergy Network from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. So viewers, the Ministry of Health takes note of incorrect statement in the public domain suggesting that there were deaths due to COVID-19 vaccination. The population is advised that the Trinidad and Tobago has had no death due to the COVID-19 vaccine. The public is reminded that they should only get updates from reliable official source such as the Ministry of Health and regional health authorities' website. So viewers, it is true that there were all sorts of information out in the public domain. There were even information on the page that you are seeing, the ministry page. People use that, and I have seen it several times, to pass on fake information in the public domain. Many times you see it and look at it, and a couple minutes after or a couple hours after, you see it's stamped fake. So we really have to be careful of what is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago presently concerning information coming from the Ministry of Health, from information coming from regional health authority, and fake information that are being published in the public domain. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
I want to find out about driver's permit. Right now, people permit expire and they cannot get it renewed. When they go up on the line, they say to go online and make appointment, they're not getting any appointment.
For permits, well, Thank you for raising the issue. I know permits are valid until December 31st. And when you go up on the site to set up an appointment, yes, you might get it 2 and 3 months down the line. I have seen it for my own self. I went up on the site and I did see it myself. So 2 months, 3 months, you're getting a date to come in to renew your driver's permit. But I believe ID cards and driver's permit are valid until December 30th or 31st, 2021. So if you did not get an appointment within the first 1 or 2 weeks or the first 1 or 2 months, it is still valid. It is still valid. And I will talk to my friends in license office and to see how they can rectify the situation, because I mean, you can't go in for an appointment. You have to go online in order to get an appointment. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, sir.
My friend, go right ahead.
I was trying very much to get you, but I think, I have a little suggestion. Probably instead of an hour, if you could go to 2 hours, sir. Because this program is very enlightening, I see myself, righteous Prime Minister boasting about the female in our society. Isn't this the very Prime Minister who called Kamala Persad geometry? Isn't the same Prime Minister who describes a woman as golf course and all this kind of stupidness? Now he's coming to say, next thing he says he is very worried about the unvaccinated. Do you remember how long this man takes to get vaccination, to get this? Was he worried in 2020 when he had carnival? Was he worried then, but if anybody was vaccinated? How is it that he is all of a sudden now is worried? Another thing, look, people, this is a democracy. This is a democracy. People went out to show their disenfranchisement with the government, show how they feel. You using the police to give them ticket because they have the headlights, because they hung the horn? What kind of thing? So you what you want and put the arms of the police, because the system that we have is either he say yea or nay with the appointment of a police commissioner. So this police this system must be changed, because we don't have a democracy. These are things, people must be free to express themselves. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Now, let me tell you something. The police, I want them to understand, yes, they have a job. Yes, they cannot protest. But at the end of the day, everything affects the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, affects police officers also. They affect police officers also. Because let's just say the grocery price raise. The officers ain't pay no difference, They ain't pay no difference. Because when they get sick, they go into a hospital and sit down and have to wait, even though they are a police. They go in the grocery, they have to wait on their turn. And if potato is $5, they pay the same $5. So sometimes some of the officers just have to understand, you cannot protest, but somebody who is doing it for a betterment for the country, have a little heart. I saw on Facebook, social media platform, where individuals posting up ticket they got. And I will tell you something, for these officers, when they hear the country get better with people protesting, it's themselves getting a betterment, because at the end of the day, the police have to get back pay. They cannot say nothing. They cannot jump in their police jeep and go down the road and blowing horn, If the government said they may get no back pay, they may get no back pay, and they have to stay quiet as much as they want to eat up themselves. As much as they want to eat up themselves, and as much as they would need the back pay, they just have to stand still. That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do, stand still. But when somebody protesting for the right, they want to come out and play the big badge on and bully people. Let me tell you something. The pepper spray, the pepper spray amendment and legislation that we pushed for, you think their wives or their sister different? No. They are women in society also. They are not special because their father is a police and their brother is a police. No. That will make them no different. That will make them no different. But the legislation I push for the attorney to grant us pepper spray. Let me tell you something. Their mother, their sister, their auntie, their grandmother, a human and a female, just like the rest of them in society. They could go in and fill out the application for a COC. Once their character clean, you go and you buy it. Them ain't no difference. Them ain't no difference. So sometimes officers just have to understand. When a citizen is protesting, they are protesting for the right thing. Have a little heart. You will tell me, because a man blowing the horn around the red house and honking the horn, you give them $1,000? You know what they fail to realize? The money that they're paying in tax went to build the red house. That is what they fail to acknowledge. That is what they fail to acknowledge. And when taxpayers' money that are being spent badly is their money also. But you know what? They cannot protest. They cannot protest. They have to stand up like a mock. But when somebody trying to better the country, they have a problem. They have a problem. That is why when I come here, whether I use Cook or use Captain, everybody getting it one time. Because I ain't standing up for Cook, I ain't standing up for Captain. I'm standing up for Cook and Captain. That is why they don't like me. And I do business because you cannot do what I'm doing. Call a good night.
Hello, is this the program with Saeed?
This is Real Talk, you're live.
Hey, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
This is a first time caller.
Welcome to Real Talk, my friend, and thanks for calling in.
Alright, I was in a program. Now I'm a very simple person. I was security. But with the COVID-19 vaccination program on the government, what the government has right now, people have to think very carefully about before taking a vaccine, because once they go in, they can't come out. And if anything happens to anybody, I want to ask you, is the government putting anything in place to deal with any after effects of this vaccine?
They have nothing in place. I could safely say that on television.
If I get sick, and my wife gets sick, and my children get sick, who's minding me? Who's in my family?
They have nothing in place. You see, thank you for raising it, my friend. Let me tell you something. The amount of cases people is calling me with this COVID-19, with people who get the jab, let me tell you something. If I go to start a talk, I'll cry, you know. I'll cry, you know. Take what's telling all, I will cry, you know. Because the kind of stories I just get on a daily basis. That is why I just come out here Monday to Friday and tell Terrence the whole thing. Where's the information? Don't just tell me take the jab. Where's the information concerning the jab? How many individuals were impacted with the virus? How many individuals took the jab and what are their conditions? Comorbidities. They die from that. Heart attack ain't killing nobody again. Kidney failure ain't killing nobody again. Pneumonia fever ain't killing nobody again. All them things take a backseat since last year March. All of them signed up for a 10 years visa. All of them out at Trinidad. All them sickness. All we have is COVID and COVID and COVID and COVID. That is all we have. Terrence Dial Singh cannot come out and tell the individuals of Trinidad and Tobago how many people died from a heart attack, how many people died from kidney failure, how many people died from pneumonia fever from last year March to present. How many? All we hear is COVID killed them. All we hear is COVID killed them. All we are hearing is COVID killed them. Call a good night.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Saeed, this thing with the children, boy. When the 8 people, we don't know that still we don't want that. But the children from 12 years, you don't want.
My friend, I do apologize for cutting you, but we are getting some feedbacks in our studio, and I know it is going out very poorly. So if you want to call back, it's not a problem. The Ministry of Health is observing ongoing trial internationally of vaccine in children younger than 12 years old and will wait for the World Health Organization, the WHO, clearance before administering in the population. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parashram stated that there are vaccines that are under trial for 12 years and under. So, did they try the one for 17 to 18? Did they try the Pfizer? Was that on trial? If yes, for how long? For how long? Was the AstraZeneca on trial? Was it on clinically trial? If yes, how long? Was the J&J clinically trial? If yes, how long? You see, this is the type of question that individuals are asking, and we are getting no answer. None. So that is why Terrence cannot come out and say who died from heart attack, who died from kidney failure. Everything is take the vaccine, take the vaccine, take the vaccine. And it's the partying parents, and the partying parents, and the partying parents. Dr. Parashram, he stated that the Sinopharm, Pfizer, and Moderna vaccine are still being it is still being trailed at this point in time in different jurisdictions for use between the age of 3 and 70.
There are vaccines that are under trial for under 12. For example, the Sinopharm vaccine, which we have in Trinidad and Tobago, Pfizer vaccine, and Moderna vaccine are being trialed at this point in time in different jurisdictions for use between the ages of 3 and 17 years of age.
Now they are saying this is on trial. But you know what they wouldn't bring to us in raw news? What was the effect? What was the side effect on some of the vaccine? They wouldn't bring it to you. They would not bring it to you. Well, they tried it in the US and it worked, and we have to try it. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes right through. That is why I could come here and ask Terrence for certain things and wait to see if he will bring it in the public domain. Because we're waiting for them for information and they're refusing to give it. We have to look at outside sources, see what is taking place outside, connect with people outside in order to get the information from outside. Well, we should have been getting it right here from those in authority. Caller, good night.
Hello?
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, Mr. Ali. I'm from the south, right? My wife, she applied for the grant when they had this COVID thing, right? The first time when they called she.
Caller, if you could call back, you would get through. Now listen this. Listen this. According to Parashram, he mentioned that once the WHO approved the vaccine, then they will have it available for children between the ages of 3 and 17. What is the statistics? How many people got side effects? We wouldn't know because they wouldn't bring it out in the domain. And anything happened to your child is your responsibility, because according to the Prime Minister, if mid-September reach and we are not seeing a turnaround, we're going to have to make it mandated. But when it becomes mandated now and something happens, you know them as the first one to take a plane and leave Trinidad. You stay in your bacchanal. You stay in your bacchanal. You decide to carry your child. But ain't you made it mandatory? Caller, good night.
This is the second time I hear. Now they're experimenting on this one, you know. Your new thing going on. Now it's on that one. You understand?
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, stay locked on. This is Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on youtube.com and TT Real Talk on facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have labelled donkey logic claim by the opposition that the SOE was not effective in slowing down the spread of COVID-19 virus as a case and deaths continue to rise. Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissess has stated that the Delta did not support that the data did not support the extension, alluding to the low numbers of COVID-19 deaths before the SOE and the increase in fatalities during the emergency. Rowley dismissed the opposition leader claims and stated that it was donkey logic.
And Madam Speaker, it is being said, I mean, the most ridiculous thing I've heard, the most donkey of all the donkey logic I've heard, is that before the emergency, we had a low number of infection, and now we have a higher level of infection, so the emergency is not working. Madam Speaker, that has to be donkey logic with a capital D.
The PM stated that the only reason for the extension is to prevent further virus spread, as persons will be encouraged not to socialize at night.
There's nothing else to say. The only reason that we are doing this, the only reason, is so that between the periods of curfew that will be determined, that people are encouraged not to congregate.
The SOE period will end on November 30th, 2021. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Mr. Ali, I would like to highlight some matter here. We, road users and car owners, are expected to get our cars inspected and then we get our stickers. As a matter of fact, when we go to inspect our cars, we pay $300 fee.
Yes.
And then I asked, what about the sticker? Since January, my car inspected, and I haven't gotten a sticker yet, so you're paying $300 fee. That is a fee, and the sticker should be inclusive with that fee.
Yes.
But then take off $100 off that $300 because I'm not getting my sticker for my car. And it's not only me, it's a lot of people that passing their car inspection. And that should be looked at.
How long did you pay for your sticker and did not receive it?
Since January.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that he was concerned that the current policy for returning national could expose TNT to Delta variant and what it could mean for unvaccinated populations. You see? You see? Until somebody ain't stink it up or somebody ain't throw it at them direct, they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't understand. 2 nights now, 2 nights now, I light up the same thing. And I tell Terrence, I say, Terrence, if you do not put a stop to PCR testing, more and more people are going to come into Trinidad with the Delta variant. Allow them to come in with their 2 doses of vaccine. Allow them to produce their immunization card with the 2-dose shot and then enter into Trinidad until I didn't light it up 2 nights in a stretch. 2 nights straight. He expressed the concern while speaking at the handover ceremony of the Malabar Government Primary School yesterday. Prime Minister stated that 3 unvaccinated persons have tested positive for the Delta variant. These persons are now in quarantine. He added that the government current policy is to allow persons who are vaccinated to enter in and go right home. However, if you are vaccinated, you cannot be infected by the Delta variant.
3 persons, other than the earlier ones, at quarantine, unvaccinated persons coming in, tested, while in isolation, in quarantine, tested positive for the Delta variant. The Delta variant is more vigorous than the original. It is killing more people. It is more infectious, and it is causing havoc outside of Trinidad and Tobago. The policy we're following right now allows people who are vaccinated to come right in and go right home. There's a risk there. There's a risk there. Because nobody has said that if you are vaccinated, you cannot be infected by the Delta virus.
What they need to do is only let vaccinated individuals, come in. But you're allowing people to come in with PCR testing for 72 hours prior to travel. No vaccine, PCR test, and we're good to go. We're coming straight in with the Delta variant. Straight in. So the health ministry needs to do something, and they need to do something very, very fast. Because if this continues, more and more individuals will be coming into Trinidad with the Delta, unvaccinated, with just a PCR test done prior 72 hours before travel. We need to fix that. If we do not fix that, what are we going to end up with? Massive spread of Delta variant right here in Trinidad. Right here in Trinidad. Rowley said, in that policy, a person with a negative PCR test could develop the symptoms of the virus 3 days later. You hear that? The PM is also concerned that the Delta variant could enter TNT and meet a largely unvaccinated population. His concerns also extended to the unvaccinated juveniles.
What I'm saying is that there is a possibility and some element of likelihood that the Delta virus could get into Trinidad and Tobago. There's nothing that we are doing in all the things that we are doing that we can say confidently and sensibly that we are immune to that virus, that variant. We do everything to put a screen between us and it. So far the screen is working, but we cannot guarantee. And I am concerned, I am worried that the Delta virus could enter Trinidad and Tobago and meet a largely unvaccinated population.
Caller, good night.
Yes, sir, good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saieed Ali, anything correct by keep probably bothering about the Delta variant?
We immune to it.
The vaccine could stop the Delta variant?
We immune to it.
I hear it correctly?
That's what you're hearing.
He talking rubbish on the side. I hope you know that. Because that vaccine is protecting you against no variants. But you know what I find funny, eh? You want to open a primary school, but you talking about vaccine.
True.
Why ain't talk to the people about if school will not open and if the rest of school is ready?
Correct.
I don't know, I just say it, but anyway, good night, sir.
Thank you, my friend. TNT already has 5 cases of the Delta variant. Already have 5 cases. And they ain't step up with nothing as yet. Nothing. But he bragging. You're bragging. Put an end to PCR testing. Put an end to it because you're coming in unvaccinated. You're studying. You coming in unvaccinated with a PCR negative test, but you're concerned about the unvaccinated down here. You're concerned about the juveniles down here. Why not put serious measures in place? Only individual with 2 doses can enter Trinidad. And put a stop date. It's very simple. You know that after 3 days, you could test positive. You're coming out on a platform and you're saying it big and bold. But what are you doing to prevent the intake of the Delta variant in Trinidad and Tobago? What are you going to say? You can't stop it? It's very simple. It's very simple. No PCR testing allowed in Trinidad and Tobago. It's very simple, you know. It's very, very simple. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saeed, you know the late Professor Noel Kalichara? He had put out an article in newspaper, and what he had said is that in 2020, there was less deaths in 2020, which has lasted, than 2019. And he was also saying that typically you have like 13,000 deaths per year. So every month we expect to have like 1,000 people would die in the country. That's a normal thing for all the years. But my simple thing is that if in 2020 there was less death than 2019, why did they lock down the country in 2020? I mean, all the curfew and everything else that they would have done. But they didn't have curfew, but they were at a lockdown. Because I mean, logic to say, if you're saying and you didn't see no increase in death, why would you do it? So where's the science? Where's the information? Another piece of thing is that in Israel, where most of the population has been double jabbed, right, with the Pfizer, 95% of the people right now who are hospitalized were jabbed. I know 95% who have died over 50 were double jabbed. And prior to that, they found more than 50% of the people who were hospitalized were double jabbed. So it seems as though these vaccines are not working because the vaccines are for a particular, just one strain of the virus. So when the virus changes, the vaccine can, you take another vaccine. So that's why they have another booster. And it only lasts for 6 months. Within 6 months, it goes up from full efficacy to about 16%. So I am really asking myself, and there are also studies that are showing natural immunity is better than this.
Thank you for the information, my friend. So listen to this, viewers. Meanwhile, reports in international news confirm that the Delta variant cases are not only affecting vaccinated, but also unvaccinated as well.
Start another week together, and tonight the Delta variant fueling an alarming rise in cases across this country. Authorities say those ending up in the hospital and the rise in deaths largely among the unvaccinated. But this is affecting the vaccinated too. So-called breakthrough cases, not as severe, but it's happening.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we will continue with that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook. And subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So just imagine, viewers, even the unvaccinated and the vaccinated, the Delta variant is still coming at you. Is still coming at you. So I would suggest that the Prime Minister and his colleagues who is in the health ministry stop individuals from coming into Trinidad and Tobago with only PCR. With only PCR testing. At least we're taking a stand. At least we're taking a stand. It's not like, hey, you know what, anybody could come home. It's not like Tobago, you know. It's not like Tobago where you all can come to Tobago and enjoy yourselves. It's not like that. Kola, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yes, Saeed, you see all these people who coming from our way in holidays and whatsoever, they comment them who bring in the Delta in Trinidad. Trinidad has no Delta variant, right? Them who bring in it. As long as them comment, they're going to spread. And all the tests that they're taking, that will make us self, because you know why? The Delta has been a human body and when it's ready to kill you, then it will bust out on you.
Thank you, my friend. Other crime news now, viewers. Police in Northeastern Division seized a revolver and a bullet on Thursday night. Police said the exercise took place between 5 and 9:30 p.m. and targeted several areas in Arangwes. They searched the Arangwes Savannah, where they found a black Smith & Wesson revolver and a round of .38 ammunition. No one was arrested. A man appeared before a magistrate charged with forgery of immunization card with intent to deceive. The 52-year-old Unemployed Relief Program employee of Princestown was placed on $150,000 bail and ordered to surrender his passport as part of his bail condition. He will reappear before the San Fernando Magistrate Court on September 14th. The incident was reported by a security at the San Fernando General Hospital who observed that a man was distributing immunization cards concerning the COVID-19 vaccination to persons. While investigating, the detective allegedly discovered that a man used a template of a genuine COVID-19 immunization card to make the other cards. The suspect also had a stamp in his possession with the word the Ministry of Health, which was from St. Madeleine Health Center. Wow. Viewers, be very careful. Be very careful. Those individuals who actually have this card, let me tell you something. Discard it. Discard it. I am telling you, discard it. Throw it away. Burn it. Do something with it. Because if you are caught with it, my friend, 7 years and over will be your sentence. So I am safely telling you tonight, discard of that immunization card you have if you know it is not real. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, sir.
My friend.
Let me clear up this. A PCR test is just as good as anything else, so long as you don't have the virus. What is the sense? If you take the injection and you could still get the virus, what difference does it make? A person who take the PCR test, you're negative, you collect a board. You want to compel people to take what injection? You just like Rowley?
My friend, there's a new strain of the COVID-19. And this one, from my research, from friends and family in Canada, in the US, in London, and friends in India, and also Pakistan, have reached out to me. And they are letting me know that the Delta variant is more serious than the rest of the variants that we have presently. So if they are coming into Trinidad and Tobago without being vaccinated, and the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is concerned because he said 3 days after, you could be positive. I am safely saying, for the lives of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to prevent them from coming into Trinidad, stop the PCR intake. That is all I am saying. When you are vaccinated, the vaccine cannot stop you from getting COVID-19 virus, but it will help your body fight against a strain that is in Trinidad. That is my research. So I am simply saying to the Prime Minister and to those in the health authority in Trinidad and Tobago, if you are concerned, stop allowing people to come through our border with only PCR tests. With only PCR tests. Come vaccinated, we stand a chance. Come unvaccinated and a PCR test, we stand no chance. This is what I'm saying tonight. At the end of the day, it is still your choice to be vaccinated or not. Or not. But I am just bringing research to you with colleagues who have reached out to me, especially in Pakistan and in India. A 55-year-old man from Siparia was denied bail after he appeared before a magistrate charged with engaging in sexual activity in the presence of a child. The man, who is employed as a laborer, was denied bail and remanded into custody. A relative of the boy, aged 12 and 8, made a report to the San Fernando Municipal Police Station. The relative alleged that on Wednesday, the 25th of August, the man was parked in his vehicle. He was parked in his car, and he took out his private part and displayed it in front of the boys. The boys ran to their home and reported the incident to their relatives. The suspect was arrested on Wednesday by police officers following the report. The man was subsequently charged by an officer of the Child Protection Unit and is expected to reappear at the San Fernando Magistrate Court on Tuesday, the 7th of September. Boy, that is madness. That is madness. Call a good night.
Yes, I.
Go right ahead, my friend.
I'm calling you again. Here is not. I'm trying to understand what you're saying now on TV, right? Is it just saying that only the unvaccinated bring the Delta into the country?
PCR testing proved negative 72 hours before, and you're coming straight into Trinidad.
Right, but you saying if you cut out the PCR intake.
No, what I am saying, right? Since the 5 cases we have, they came in unvaccinated with PCR testing. Correct? What I am saying is that what the government needs to do, tell the airline, any individual coming into Trinidad and Tobago, make sure you're vaccinated. Because with the vaccine, you have a chance.
Right, now here what I say now, right? Here is my argument to that, right?
Talk to me.
Is it that the vaccinated are immune to the Delta variant, or could they get the Delta variant?
Well, according to international news that we just heard, The vaccinated and the unvaccinated
are getting the Delta, right?
Yes. But now, in order to prevent it from coming to Trinidad, even though you're vaccinated, your body will fight against it.
Right.
But if you don't have no vaccine now, and you bring it into Trinidad, you will cause a massive spread. And mind you, my friend, this Delta variant is more deadly than the other strain.
Right. Now, hear this, right? When you're coming with a negative PCR test, then you are quarantined for 14 days or 21 days. But when you're coming in unvaccinated now, when you're coming in vaccinated, you're going home to your family. So you tell me which one more dangerous. If somebody coming in who is vaccinated and they have the Delta variant strain and they go home to their family and the whole family will not get it and then they will not spread it around the community.
This is why quarantine is important.
Right.
But
this is my point.
see, I understand what you're saying. What they need to do, they need to change the procedure in the intake of people coming into Trinidad if they want to put a clamp on it.
Right, quarantine should have been mandatory for everybody that comes into the country. You can't just broad brush the unvaccinated people and say them as the people are bringing it in. When you don't know if a vaccinated person coming in the country with it and going home by their family in a side.
I understand what you're saying. I understand.
It's unfair. And we have nobody qualified in Trinidad to tell you that.
True.
But here, I want to ask that question. What is the testing to test for Delta variant? I want to find out that where the testing is used.
Well, apparently, how do they know that?
Well, I don't know. But my last thing I want to say, right, is that I was listening to the news and apparently Trinidad and Tobago have no opposition no more. Because this PNM government doing whatever they want, whenever they want, and all the opposition going and doing, all they're going and doing is go in parliament and abstain from everything, you know. So if you're abstaining from everything, why are you going in parliament for?
Exactly.
Why don't stay home?
Exactly.
Because you're not making sense. Anyways, right, you enjoy your night.
Thank you, my friend. You see, viewers, this is how we converse. We're looking for solution. We're looking for prevention. But when we have individuals who know about it in authority, ain't coming up with a solution, just letting we know, yes, they're coming in and they're coming in and they're coming in. But the thing is, if you don't come up with a solution to prevent the coming in, who are we? Are we guinea pigs? Are we guinea pigs? Are we on trial? Are we? You see, the ministers feel that they are immune to anything. They are not human. They feel they are not human. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Great show indeed, great show.
Thank you.
I would suggest that, since we pick up with 5 persons who traveling into the country from away, I think both should be, what you have to do is you take them and according to you with the PCR, that should be number 1 to be doing. And I support that way. And adultery, if they want to have what you call tests being done and put them into quarantine, fine. We must take all steps available to block this people from coming into our country. And because we're not ready for the variant or neither any other disease we would have again. This is my view. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You see, I will tell you something. We have to look for solution, Before the horse come out the stable, like how it is normally do. You understand? How it is normally function. Before the horse come out the stable, we have to look for a solution. Because I will tell you something. With the information I am getting on the Delta, that is why I am asking the Minister of Health, let me tell you something, all you change, all your perspective on it, all you change the way, all you deal with it, come up with a solution ASAP. Otherwise, we're going to be flooded with Delta variant in Trinidad very soon. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Hard to get through with you, boy. Mr. Saeed, them fellas talking about the opposition, silent and all kind of things. But I'll tell you something. Anytime the opposition raises a point, he's putting them down.
Yeah, it is not valid. True.
So how the people saying that the opposition dead? Opposition dead, opposition living. But they cannot say anything they want because the government, the speaker, they always put them down. And whatever say, what they will do, they can't do nothing. You understand?
I understand what you're saying. Thank you, my friend. You see now, in matters like this, you need to find some sort of alternative solution to get your voice out. To get your voice out. If they understand that every time they go to parliament, the speaker turning them down, let me tell you something. One way in getting your words out is to keep a lot of meetings. A lot of meetings. Buy out station for an hour, 2 hours. Print in the printed papers. Keep it going. Keep pressing forward. When I want the AG to pass something, what do? I keep pressing forward. And I am only one man. Caller, good night.
Good evening, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Said, I want to ask everybody who knows what's going on in this world. Where did the Delta strain come from when it was first detected in India? And it was detected in India, so it didn't come from Mars or Pluto, any of these countries. I mean, planets. It come from, you know why it come from India? Because the same COVID virus, which was the alpha first strain, that the first COVID that was detected, keep on mutating within the population, because the people that was unvaccinated didn't have no protection against the virus, and it keep on mutating until it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and then eventually it becomes the Delta strain. The Delta strain don't have to come from nowhere to mutate in Trinidad and become the Delta strain. It's because of the amount of people who are infected in Trinidad, and it keep on mutating right here. Our same COVID-19 here could mutate and become the Delta strain right here in Trinidad.
Well said.
So people have to be a little sensitive to know that out here is either you have a little protection, and the more people that are protected, is the less the virus would have the opportunity to mutate and become something stronger. All this hesitancy and thing is people right that they don't want to do it, but if it is that the government say, okay, here we reach a point where nobody wants to be vaccinated anymore, all you have all the rights, we're not forcing anybody to take the vaccine, well, we open up the country and we're going back to normal. And then here whosoever contracted COVID, they seek medical attention on their own. And don't put a strain on the medical system. Leave that now for people with normal illnesses and things, and then we go back to normal. Because you see this nonsense that keep on going on here, where people only, because let me tell you, you see exactly what has happened now with COVID. That happened when it had the AIDS pandemic in 1981. And you know the same thing when people resisting now, they were protesting that time that the FDA and the World Health Organization taking too long to approve a vaccine. They nearly take about 2 years to come up with medication and vaccine. And they started to protest, and they wanted to assassinate people who was in charge of these things because they find that it was taking too long. They wanted them to bypass all the trials and all the tests and things to hurry up, because over 53 million people died and was infected with the AIDS virus at that time. So they started to throw blood and thing on the legislators then to force them, and big protest was to forget the trials because they thought that they were taking too long to complete the trials to give people any sort of vaccine or medication for the AIDS virus. Now we see it totally opposite. They want to go take 10 years and 15 years to fully approve the vaccine. And when they're doing it now, people still having a problem. So we have to get a little sensitive about what we're saying. It's only when this thing come knocking on people's door, then they're going to realize how serious it really is. Because right now, plenty of them feel that they're going to get killed, they're going to get mad, they're going to turn into zombies and all kind of dotishness. Because all they're doing is looking for Facebook doctors and a set of propaganda spreaders and having this thing prolonging itself longer and longer and longer. Well, by now, so look, remember when in Europe, Italy and France and all these places in the earlies was plagued with this thing? You ain't hearing nothing about them again. Because these people are not open up already because they do the sensitive thing. They get themselves vaccinated, they're protected already, and they're back to normal. Watch what's going on with a little peach-squeak 2x4 country in Trinidad and Tobago. We have everybody's at traverses now. They know everything about the vaccine. So let people continue going and let the government keep on extending SOE and let me go with this thing for the next 5 years if that's the way people want to go and behave in this country.
Now, caller, I agree with what you're saying, right? Yeah. But you see, the Ministry of Health needs to come out with more information and feed the people. Now, I'm going to tell you something. All the minister is saying is vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate. But they are not giving us something solid.
Saeed, let me tell you something. If people spend time, a little time, and go to the relevant places to acknowledge the relevant information. You see the time they take to read all them stupidness on Facebook and things, and they go to the relevant sites and the authorities where in control of these things and listen to what they're saying, they would make a better informed decision. I wouldn't even listen to nothing the health ministers say, but the vaccine that they are giving is the same that everybody getting all over the world. That's what I base my information on. That's what I made my decision to get myself vaccinated, my children vaccinated, and everybody in my household is fully vaccinated. I didn't wait to hear about no Dialsing or thing. I was following this thing from the time the first vaccine came out and they started to do the trials and all this kind of thing. I get my data and I get factual thing. You feel I was listening to Dialsing when I was talking about bus up Jersey, short, and all kind of thing, and make mask. I wasn't listening to him. I would not listen to Dialsing. But they are the relevant information to deal with this thing to get people come. Look, the same thing when they talk about blood clotting and thing. You know that they're 9 times more likely to get blood clotting from getting the virus than taking the vaccine.
Thank you, my friend.
They have all these statistics there that is written and factual that people need to trust, and we believe in science and technology to reach here today and where we are, and now people trying to question it. Well, I don't have a problem with that, you know, but let me start to move forward with this thing. Have a good night, Mr. Said. Enjoy.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we will say good night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So viewers, we do want to thank you for joining us tonight and throughout this week. Viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, viewers, remember to call me tomorrow concerning our Real Talk investment. So I just want to say thank you for joining us during the course of this week, and may God keep you safe until we meet the following week. Good night.
Sale, sale, sale! Waldia Shoppers World One-Stop Shop. We are the #1 in household supplies and accessories. Located at 50 Sukram Street, Sangre Grande, next to the Civic Center. On sale, a wide range of toys to choose from. Drones, helicopters, cars, bikes, remote control toys and much more. Muslim wear for both male and female. Stereo sets, Bluetooth speakers, smart TVs.